Hello, hello, hello. Pardon me, hopes is not that's not too loud. Oh boy. Hello everyone who's dropping by currently, and who if I leave this, assuming I leave this part in, if you're watching this VOD, welcome to another stream of Fallout Vegas Randomizer. This might be dated if you watch the VOD, but as of this recording, I've done my first shift for this for something. I won't go into details what it is, but it's been an experience, I'll tell you that. I'm physically exhausted, but you know what? It's all good. I think, but it's not to the point where I feel blah, like I don't want to, I'm immobile or I have a downer mood. But the fact that here I am still unable to stream, that's probably the best part about this day. So you know what? I don't care. I don't care. My body is well. I shouldn't put it that way. It's more so ever. I'm into still good spirits. Like I feel like my body wants to take a nap, but you know what? I got coffee. I got just drink it. I have water. Fantastic. We're good to go. So with that, everyone drop me by and check out the stream live, or if you're watching this VOD, like I do hope you're having a fantastic day so far. And if you have to take the, like if you also was in that previous situation, similar to mine's, where if you got to take a leap of faith and do something new for once, like if you had to just make that take that risk, hopefully it all goes well. You know, it's not a fun thing. It's very especially with anxiety, or even if you don't have it, it's still just a daunting experience. But I do hope everyone who has to go through that just knows they can figure out what they want to do, just get it done, and hopefully things will improve from there. And if it doesn't, well, there's always the chance to. It's if hopefully you have the chance to either back out or make another change. You know, and I feel like there should be a way to do so. But with that, I think I don't want to drag this on too long. So, but yes, I'm glad that everything's going well, which oh boy, that really did relieve some stress. But other than that, New Vegas. Hello, Ravik. Uh, so yeah, this is how like I think I had a. I usually don't announce. As I was wondering, like, should I announce if I'm streaming now? But the way I do it is I was gonna say, hey, I'm gonna stream this time, and then I'm gonna let people join whenever they want. And I think that satisfies my mood or how I want to run a stream. Like the general vibe. People come and go, and that's all. That's more than fine with me. Um. Oh, I forgot to explain my. Okay, so recently before I stream, I had to download an app for transferring funds because I had to pay someone back, and God, like sorry, I don't mean to be like the old moan and grumpy person, but literally like the I had to send this app had to send a password to the same phone I was using like about four or five times, and it just couldn't work. And the problem is that it sends me the code, and I have two options. You could just send me through text, or if it can send me a phone call. But I pick it up, and was like either I can pick up the phone call, or I can look at the text. But I have no way to look at it without closing the app. And every time I close the app just, well, sorry, you logged out of your session is logged out, so you gotta enter your information again. So have fun with that. Oh, also we need to send you another like a phone number or no, excuse me, like another text message or call your phone again to make sure it's you. Like like I said, the only way to see that to get a phone call or to see a text message, I have to literally minimize the app to see the text. I was lucky though. I was all I had to do was clear out every unread message and every unnecessary notification again from certain apps that I don't use anymore on my phone. And there you go. I got lucky. I was able to memorize it. Like the few seconds it popped up, I memorized the number. It worked. Problem solved. Like first of all, problems right, but it just it was driving me insane because like how am I supposed to figure out like how am I supposed to put in the passcode if I can only get 5 seconds or 4 seconds even to remember to put it in. And even then, I'm someone who struggles to remember my phone number. I always forget my left and right, so this is you can yeah. It's like this will be a pain for me. Anyways, I just wanted to explain that situation. It's just funny to me, but also well, doing it though, I was just like face palming the entire time. I was like, oh, I can't. This cannot be happening to me right now. Like this is it's too silly right now. But as a life lesson, folks, don't beat yourself up if that happens. Like just. I think someone's kind of told me patience, and I was like, no worries. I'm not like I tell someone like I'm not salty. No worries. It's just funny. The whole situation was funny to me, but I'm glad that we both had a laugh, and at least I was able to get what I wanted to do with this app. But anyway, that's my segue to this. That was my little story I wanted to share, and I think it's time I don't forget to unmute the game because, like poor Slime Rancher that one time, it was muted throughout the entire video, and or the stream slash VOD, which lesson learned. There we go. Last we left off on New Vegas. I think I was about to go into the last DLC, but the game crashed. I don't recall why. I think it was just too much data, and then the game crashed. That's about it. But the goodness is, we didn't. I'm hoping we didn't lose too much progress. I think it was either I was at. I think it was either this outpost or I was at Prem. It was one of those two places. Moving the SIM card to another phone, and geez, yeah, as one would say, the ghetto way to get a to get something to work on your phone. But if that's one solution, hopefully that's not something you have to always do every time to get this app to work or to get what you need to do. If that makes sense, because yikes. I know, like I said, it's for some folks it's kind of one of those small, first world problems, right? You don't think it should be that much of an issue, but sometimes you have to realize, folks, that this could potentially take 30 minutes than necessary. Like I feel like that's just too long for something like that. Like you think these apps would be easy access, or like just wouldn't be causing that much issues, but the amount of time that could be saved without these frustrations is amazing. I'm not gonna lie, and I know it's just 30 minutes. People can be patient, but imagine what I could be doing these 30 minutes. Like I don't know, getting more water, which this cup is almost empty. I think I might have to get another refill in a few. Back in the day when you had a smartphone of 256 kilobytes. Couldn't hold the banking app open at the same time. Yeah, literally that's the whole hellish experience. It's the worst. Technology is innovating right now, and I'm glad that's a case. But oh my goodness, it's always a hassle to get things running when it doesn't go your way. And I thought trying to run old games that came out in the early 2000s that only run on Windows XP or older Microsoft versions. I can't believe I forgot what's it called. I thought running those games are more harder than trying to get a certain app to work on certain tech, but no, I stand corrected. Anyways, and after all that technical of venting, oops, winter attack, but who was attacking us? I think these are, oh, they're assassins. 16-bit games are painted around in modern Windows. Yeah. You just have to hope that the company is kind enough to have a... Especially, this is kind of segue to another topic, but you just have to be lucky that companies are kind enough to give an emulator so that it can run their outdated game, right, that they released a while back. And even then, you're at the mercy of it working or not with whatever operating software you have. Might be taking that. Ooh, auto check, inject stim pack. I'll grab that.
Keep fighting.
What else we got? Nothing good. I'll take that fiend stew. There's a good rewards here. See, I see this weapon, Lounge. I'm not sure if I pronounced this right. Carbine. Is this? I have to look this up if this is actually a New Vegas weapon. I don't know why, but I feel like this is a weapon from Fallout 3 instead. Yeah, it's and even then, it's funny because you want to run a game from a CD and you have the smart idea. It's which I mean, I wish I could do this, but I think technically you might get in trouble where you can try and install the CD on one computer, take the files, and then so you can play on another computer. But that's technically breaching a certain rule that no one should be doing, right? Or law. I know that's weird, but you can technically get in trouble for that, from my understanding. And it's so stupid. Like, pardon me for my and maybe if I'm misunderstanding that, but it's just if that's the case, then I honestly think that's kind of silly because sometimes people have to do, people are not intentionally trying to pirate software. They're just trying to make it so that there's a way for it to run. Because you know what's the main issue with some games? The installer, especially with CD, the installer won't open on newer operating versions. But once you get the files, you can actually run the game without. It's just if you could get past the installer. Oh yeah, that's for companies that don't exist anymore. But assuming they're not, that's the point. Like I'm hoping then they don't buy a company back then, and then it's like, this one individual is trying to find a legit way, is an actual way that to get a game to work on the computer. What's that? They're doing something that we can spin and say they violate a law. Oh no, no, sorry, we can't have that. We want to enjoy every cent possible on this game that's not on the market anymore. So it's one of those things where I generally wish there'll be a that'll be just a story we can tell people that it's just like to get people frightened for no reason, like a boogeyman story. But so now we gotta deal with the whim of some folks. Oh, I'm wrong. Also, I was looking at this rifle. This is definitely from New Vegas. Where is it? Customized personnel weapon, a Corporal Sterling, New California Army, First Recon. Oh, cool. So you know why I don't see this weapon is because this is a weapon that you literally need to kill NCR Ranger to get this weapon, and I usually don't kill the NCR or piss them off because I need their use their vet merchants. So usually that's why I never piss them off because the problem is if you make them angry, you're gonna lose some merchants that you can get access to early. And they do have some good deals too as well. Like I do not. I mean, of course you can still have access to gun runners. The one guy at the hill, right? Him. I don't remember his name at the fort. And of course there's DLCs, but yeah, usually without a randomizer, it's more merchants equals more money. So, and I need that money to buy just a crap load of ammo that I'll never use. That's how I play New Vegas. All right. I think I don't know. I was curious what I wanted to do. I remember there was like a flash of memory where I wanted to do something before I played the DLC. It's the last one with Mr. History over in that area, but I have no idea what it was. It was visiting a location, talking to someone. Oh yeah, fun. Did I ever do? It's funny. I don't think I ever finished the beginning quest, Good Springs. I probably should one day. All right, let's go to Prim. Not sure what I wanted to do here, but I think right now my best next course of action is I'm going to straight head into the Divide. And honestly, this makes me wonder: should I finish all the side quests in the story, or once I beat the DLC, should I actually go and fight on Hoover Dam? Because the thing about Hoover Dam is that I got a mod where I was checking these guys are back now. Okay, it's all good. I got a mod. I don't remember what it's called, but it essentially makes it so that you can. It's post game something. That's what the mod's called, and you essentially can go back to Mojave after you beat in the Colorado. After you beat in the last mission of the story, and then you can still explore. It was supposed. I think they were trying to implement this before they cut it off because they didn't have enough time to make it so that it functions well. But man, I really wish this was in vanilla because there actually is a lot of in-game files where once you do beat the main story, you'll see how it affects the Mojave. I think what What's the guy's name on the radio? Mr. New Vegas? Is that his name? Mr. Yeah, Mr. Vegas, right? I don't remember his name, but he actually has lines where he talks about what happens if you, like, pretty much telling us, giving the news of what happened at the dam and now who has control over this. So whether it be Independent Vegas, Mr. House take control, Legion Caesar's Legion, NCR, you name it. Like, and even the mod has so that. Oh yeah, Fred. Let me see these guys. You see like especially if you beat with House, you see that the strip, not the strip, free side. Most of the people are gone because unfortunately he pushes them away. But you see scaffolding and the buildings being repaired in Mr. House's post-game ending. The Legion, you could definitely see them like walking around the strip with their crucifixes and their flags everywhere. NCR, same story. And then I think Independent Vegas, it's interesting because once you beat the game with Independent Vegas, and depending how you handle the robots, the Securitrons, there will be more chaos if you choose to destroy the factory or all the majority of the Securitrons there. But if you upgrade them and keep them alive for for Yes Man, the chaos won't be as severe, and people like the violence wouldn't last as long. Like it actually just a certain time how long it lasts. Like the mod is pretty cool, all those details. And that's what I love about it, and I'm so glad that it exists, and I can't wait to see if I installed the mod right, and we can see what's going on after we claim the dam for. In this case, we're definitely going for Yes Man ending. All right then. I think before we go, should I get more ammo? I'm kind of good, and even so, the divide, or excuse me, the Lonesome Road DLC. The good news is that we can go back and forth, so there's no penalty going there. Like we're not locked out, which is probably the best thing about that DLC. But as a refresher for anyone who missed the last part, the last stream, I recruited a Deathclaw named let me see, Stripe, yes, which is a reference to. Well, technically I've used the mods that recruited the Deathclaw, but the Deathclaw, the Deathclaw Stripe is a reference to the Gremlins, and you know what? It's a Deathclaw, so I might as well recruit another dinosaur to our cause. And I think someone was it. I was trying to upload some of the VODs on like I was just uploading a highlight on Twitch, and I think my brother he was asking like, you have these two Deathclaws. Did you know? Do you remember that there's another Deathclaw in the next DLC? And I gave like the biggest, like one of the biggest. Well, I can't forget his name. The dude who's the Grinch from Tim Burton movie, Jim Carrey. Yeah, Jim Carrey. I think that's his name. Like I made that smile. Like I was like, oh, thank you. Yes, you got a good point. I forgot there's another Deathclaw in that DLC. I'm definitely getting it as a companion. Am I going the right way or is this the wrong way? This direction. Gotcha. That was right. So, I was still explaining this if people are still like, watching this for the first time. And I know folks who usually watch randomizers usually know what happens in New Vegas, but as a refresher, we are going to go to the Divide. We're going to meet someone who's been hyped up throughout the background. If you read through the DLCs, and even with some of the other characters, they bring up the other courier, and we're going to see this one courier who's going to talk a lot about history, who's going to talk a lot about something at a Yetta. He's going to talk a lot about the bull, about the bear, the bees, the death claws. Essentially, expect a lot of talking, and when I first, like, understandable that people don't like that part of the DLC, which even me too, like, even me, I was just looking at my phone, just waiting till the conversation's done. But all it takes for one video summary to look at the dialogue and to have, and I actually appreciate what they've done with this character and what he says. But with what do I like? We'll see in a minute. But here we are. Courier 6. Lonesome Road. It's nice stuff as well. Should take the radiated beer, but I don't feel like it. Hard to see it, but it's just a divide. You can, I'm so tempted to go in here. He told me I could go home, but nah. The coordinates you received leads to this canyon filled with storm-tossed wreckage. Beyond lies the divide. Lonesome Road is intended for experienced couriers, level 25 or higher. You cannot take companions with you on the road ahead, nor bring any you find out there with you. You can carry whatever equipment and gear you have with you without restriction, however. If the journey proves too difficult or you need to resupply, you can retrace your steps and return to the Mojave at any time. If you are prepared to continue on into the storm to the divide, history awaits. We're going in there. Oddly enough, this DLC has no intro cutscene, like compared to the other three. We're going in here straight up, like nothing telling us the expedition wise. We just have to figure things out on our own at this point. Let me just say, as much as I've seen, I never played Fallout 3, right? But I did see I did see the designs of Ruined City, in terms of Fallout 3's level design or environment design. I think that's the appropriate term. But I'm not gonna lie, this site really captures the horror of war, or just whatever the hell happened here. Props to as much as I hate exploring this place, props to the designers here. Like they really, it's just not a fun place. And sure, Sierra Madre is scary, but this place just, I feel like what's the phrase? Captures that doom and gloom vibe. But it is a stressful level for reasons we'll see in the future. Hopeville silo bunker entrance. Yeah, but nothing go wrong with going to a random bunker in the next to a ruined city that's leveled. Yeah, this is definitely safe. You can go home, courier. I thought that was a G for a second. For us, as a long gum road. I don't have no idea why I saw it like that. Locked. Oh, we can just activate it. There we go. Is there anything here? Reactor, can we even open it? Nope. Alright. Oh god, I forgot about the I forgot. I said this is a randomizer, and I forgot that. So as a refresher for anyone who's new to the randomizer, every human NPC, right? All their gear and weapons are randomized, but they're still the same human NPC. However, every Deathclaw, mutant, fly, roach, all those guys, right, are randomized. So in this place, usually we'll find some certain type of enemies we'll see in the future. Like just in case we don't, I'll be surprised if we don't see them. This is if it's accurate, but we'll be seeing turrets here. However, I wouldn't be surprised if it's just rat roaches and blowflies. Here's a new weapon for this DLC, which I mean, I did I did invest into energy weapons, but I don't know if I like this weapon as much. Well, that was a perfect waste of a lockpick. Brief mask. Wait, can I wear this with my skull mask, skeleton head? Please tell me I can. Yes. I mean, we're literally a skull. We have a skull for a head now, but we still have priorities. Like we just have a skull head. We still have our lungs. We just need to make sure that we filter in our good air for our lungs. Feel like a kid again. Find all of Ralphie's posters. I used to do this when I was playing this DLC. I think for a second time, trying to get everything. Apologies though, I don't think so. I'll try to find every poster or everything in this DLC. but I'm not confident that I will. Exception for the audio tapes. The audio tapes I think are very important. I have to put up a list to see where I can find them. He's tiny.
Ralphie, fly far, fly fast.
Ralphie, man, I choose you. I don't know one thing about Pokemon. What was that sound you played? Some kind of memory glitch? Also, forgot to point out, it's Eddie again, apparently. So, our dialogue options. This is one of those cases where a running thing with Eddie, you can be nice, you can be, like just question about some things, or you can be an absolute jerk and just keep telling trash can, threatening him about you're gonna scrap him for parts. I appreciate Obsidian for giving us the option to choose however we want to roleplay as, but I'm sorry, but I can't. Even I can't be mean to this guy, even if it's technically not our Eddie. No, it wasn't your boot up sequence. It was recording something about someone called Ralphie. Evasive beeping. Probably just some old data floating around your memory. Nothing to worry about. I think I could use the help getting out of here. Can you follow me home? Eddie has given you the enhanced sensors perk. I'm not sure this is...
Experiment log 369248/B. iBot Duraframe Universal Interface Override System. This is Dr. Whitley presiding. We've boosted signal gain and enlarged the overflow buffer system. That should ensure 100% connectivity and control. Eddie, whenever you're ready. Yes, success. Reporting full success on 369248/B. Eddie was able to interface with and override the test panel in under 3 seconds. Great job, team. Now let's start on the proposal for the full rollout.
Some water there. That's a recording for your development. Are you saying you can override electronic security? One day I'll articulate better, but only panels with a dish-shaped receiver. The console in the main room had one of those, I think. Was that the pause the same question for a second. Was that the voice of your creator? What happened to him? Maybe you see him someday again. Hopefully. We're selling... That's the problem. I mean, maybe there's a chance he could become a ghoul, but it's been such a long time. Was that the bite of 97? Could be. Bite of 97, or... What else is related to Five Nights at Freddy's? It's been a while since I looked at the lore. Alright, let's keep moving. Speaking of Five Nights at Freddy's, ironically, because I said this, because I said it's been a while since I looked at the lore, but I remember there was a video where I was quite curious of the lore of the game. Someone made a video where it summarizes the entire plot point of the game. I'm not sure if it... Oh. Thank you, Eddie. Sorry if I didn't pay attention to what you're doing. So... There's been a lot of bites. Yeah, you think the pizzeria place would do something, but no, oh, I forgot. It's a different pizzeria every time, like a different company. I mean, and then again, there is a character who's an asshole with the animatronics. But going back to there was a video I was watching where one nitpick I had with it, which it made me bad. It made me not bad. I say bad. It made me slightly. It made me feel slightly bad that I laugh at this, right? And what it is like it's discussing about the deaths of the kids of the suits. I'm not sure if the toy suits or the OG animatronics in the first Five Nights at Freddy's were the first kids to die. But I believe they were talking about the OG animatronics, and they're talking about how the suits smell awful, and literally it played a sound effect of like the reverb fart, and I was like. First of all, this documentary was like supposed to make you feel sad what's going on, right? It's supposed to feel emotional because all these kids dying to this asshole. And I'm sorry, but the fart was so unnecessary for that scene. I was like, wait, what? That's one nitpick I have with that video. It's like I feel like that's a out of place or unnecessary random fart that you don't need to tell. I don't need a reverb fart sound effects to know that it's not game theory. It's someone else. I don't remember the YouTuber's name. But yeah, like imagine if like someone if you're part of an investigation team and they tell you the situation where all right then here it is we got to report that this area smelled so bad that and then they pull up a button and it really plays like a diarrhea fart sound effect like a reverb fart like the description's not enough. We had to play a sound effect to get to hammer in the point. That's something that I don't understand, but well, that's their video. With Eddie, we can access something called the commissary, which is essentially an in-store like this is a shop for or some of the ammo of all the weapons you can find in the DLC. And they sell a bunch of what is it? Do they sell 10mm? Because I feel like they should have. Yeah, they have a bunch of these, and you probably want to keep around a bunch of 10mm rounds for a certain weapon if you like carrying around big weapons. Guns really, I should say gun skill, not the. It's nothing energy related. There's some weapon upgrades here. Would you believe me that it's just only music and a guy's voice narrating this, and that's the only sound effect I heard throughout the entire video, is a fart sound effect. That was the only thing that stand out in that video in terms of like a sound effect. And there's no sound at all, just music ambience. And it wasn't I mean, sure, for kids who have 24 hours who just don't have that long of attention span, but that video, I think it's an hour long or something. Yeah, like it's an hour long. I'm kidding you. Like I'm not kidding you. Like it just. Yeah, I'm lying about this. No, but honestly, that one was what to throw me off. It's like I just went back. I was like, wait a minute. Don't tell me this dude added a fart sound effect to help like get out the fact that these kids have died and their corpses are smelling. Like this is a dark topic already, but you see my point where why I think that was so unnecessary for a topic like that. It kind of make the situation more funny than it should be, and that's why I feel like crap. I was like almost snickering. I was like, oh yeah, like I was like literally just like, oh, get out of here, dude. I don't want to laugh. I don't want to laugh at this story. It's just I'm supposed to feel sad and devastated that these kids die for this unhinged psychopath. Not laugh because funny sound effect. But yeah. Anything we can sell? I'm not sure if I go bar. We have a Casual Poison Clan. We're going to sell that. Fission battery. We have enough energy cells. We a lot. Connecting to chat. I'm not sure if I'm still live. Let me go check something real quick. How's OBS? OBS is good. Oh, there we go, it's back. Scared me a bit because it was saying that, oh, stream works fine. I got something where on OBS saying that. Not OBS. Yeah, OBS has a thing where I can see Twitch chat and whatnot, and it says something where connected to chat, and I thought my internet died or something. It's like editing a Wilhelm scream when someone dies. Yeah, it's that silliness. So if you're here, my honest opinion, if you're making a video that has a very like a ominous, scary vibe with a story that's not only horrifying but equally depressing as well, I think adding a reverb fart sound effect is gonna take away the general ambience in the video. Even if it's one video long, if it's the only sound in there, nah, please don't do that. I mean, then again, though, that's their content, so maybe they want to squeeze it in for fun, sure. But that's just me. Like, I'm someone who's very nitpicky when it comes to like sound effects or how to create a scene, to create a feeling or something. Like, there's some things where I feel like that's not necessary. But I'll tap out from this conversation. We've been going on long enough. So with that, I think of the store. Not sure what I want exactly. If anything, I do want ammo, but the problem is I don't have much. Well, I do have 2,000 bottle caps. What I'm kidding. Like, these 25,000 bottle caps that I should not have on me right now because apparently the game glitched out and I didn't pay for repairing the armor. But that's another story for another time. I don't have anything on the top of my head what I want to sell. Scrap metal. This is pretty good. Yeah, so we'll keep this. If I ever need more bullets, we'll buy more from that thing. Oh yeah, you can also repair our armor and weapons as well, which is another neat feature about those weird stoplight thingamajiggies. Alrighty, gonna do your thing, unless have Eddie unlock the terminal. I love how he's so tiny. Turn the silos power back on. Definitely nothing bad can go wrong from doing this. I mean, we're essentially railroaded to just press the switch and oh. Seems like pre-war America wanted to build a rocket ship here, right? This is definitely not a nuclear warhead or anything like that. It's definitely a spaceship rocket. Trying to send iRobots into space, right? That's definitely what they're trying to do. You have found a module on this broken eyeball that can upgrade Eddie in, oh, just Eddie. Installing this module grants you the first rank of the camera their E-perk. Eddie the E-girl. Allowing Eddie to repair your currently equipped weapon once per day. This perk is accessed through Eddie's dialogue. If you find more upgrade modules, you can unlock further ranks of this perk. When you return to the Mojave, these upgrades will carry over to original Eddie as well, which is very generous of Obsidian to do. That makes sense why. Oh, that was easy. The benefits of having higher science, because all the hacking minigames becomes much more tolerable because it's not much words you can put in, and that's because the higher the science, the more fake answers it eliminates. So if you have more reason to increase your science, if you want more reason to increase your science besides speech checks moments, that's another good reason. I don't think it might not be too much initially, but you'll see the difference once you have once you hacked a bunch of terminals. I don't remember where we're supposed to go. Up here, I think. Oh.
Dr. Grant? What the hell do you think you're doing?
Ah, Whitley. There you are. Orders from Colonel Autumn. He feels the iBot Duraframe project isn't advancing quickly enough. I'm too...
You didn't even disengage his damage avoidance protocols. You're hurting him.
Don't be ridiculous. It's just a machine. See here. I've already increased the navigation system's efficiency by 65%.
Get the hell out of here.
Fine, Whitley. It's your lab. At least until I tell the Colonel about this.
Colonel Sanders. That's, I don't know, like I hear a word and I really want to just finish it by saying something completely different-ish, but did it ever, oh yeah, I mean I was about to make a point that yeah, the Enclave were once again a thing here, but I think we learned through Eddie's personal quest back in Mojave. Sounds like Dr. Whitley really cared about you. Ralphie who? You're still not making sense, Eddie. Who the hell is General Winters? The recording mentioned a Colonel Autumn. Let's ask that. Oh my god. This last one. Dr. Grant sounds like a war crime waiting to happen. Yeah, we can say that. You can see Eddie's shadow down there. You kissed your mother. I mean, I swear, so I don't know why would I say that, but I know that's actually sarcastic. I like to be sarcastic about things. Let's ask that. How would it beat the crap out of her? That's a terrible. Yep, that's a terrible story, Eddie. But we have to get moving. There we go. Oh, good. Damn, 3 steady. Oh, you know what I should have been using more often? The steady. I don't know if you can get addicted to with steady, but it's actually implies what it does. Would have been useful for when I was aiming. What I wish is that this game can. This game is. There might be a mod out there where the game essentially plays as if you're using steady. That's what this game needs with the gunplay. And by doing that, we've deactivated this weird sentry bot mutant. It's all good though. I have no idea how I feel like I should have invested into my lockpicking skill, but too late on that front, I'm afraid. Hello. Yes, this is a sentry bot right here, definitely. H&H Tools Nail Gun. This is a new weapon to this DLC, and it does exactly what it does, which is you can shoot nails out of that nail gun. Also these guys. Marked Men, that's what they're called. Marked Men Ravager. We'll see more, we'll learn more about them later. You're not hostile, aren't you? Doesn't seem like it. You are, though. I can only imagine the sounds people replace Eddie make. The sound Eddie makes when he spots an enemy. I can only imagine what people have done to replace that sound effect. And going on point with the stream's topics, I might as well just have it so it plays reverb fart. Because why not? No, it'd be funny. I mean, even better. I think what I might do if someone is able to do this, make it so they replace the sound effect Eddie makes when he is in combat with Luigi going over there from Hotel Mario. Even better. I mean, people. Let me just say, people will definitely come up with better ideas, but just I want that. No reason. I think that's what we do here, right? They're deactivated. It's all good. Oh, good. Anything here? Plasma mines, pulse grenade. Oh yeah, they gave you a lot of fission batteries. I think they're useful for something, but I think the mod makes it so that you can pick up a. Is that a mod? I could have sworn there was something where there's a perk called efficient recycling, and I think that's actually good for not only getting better fusion cells and whatnot, but also you can use fission batteries to get you 25 more fusion cells, I believe. But I'm not sure if that's a mod or that's actually from New Vegas. Alright, Eddie. Up. You need to find security codes and upload them to Eddie to gain access to the mainframe. Gotcha. Oh, I remember this. This is kind of a glitchy quest for some reason. I don't know why I get locked out of this one time. Well, at least Eddie. Hopefully that's good news because the last time I did this, I got locked out. Eddie wouldn't. There it is. I think Eddie has enough. For some reason, I couldn't pick up the password wasn't in the desk, and I couldn't progress with the game, and then I had to restart the DLC. No experience, but arc wielder. Do I really want this weapon? Yeah, sure, why not? Heavy incinerator. Remnants Tesla armor. All these guys will be annoying. Also part of the randomizer. Oh, now we have to unlock Markman Ravager. Oh, he's got Desert Ranger combat armor. I'll take that. Thank you very much. Is this weapon arc welder? Let's pick up another one so we can fix it. Perfect. Alright, no worries, Ravik. Do what you gotta do to get your engine stabilized. Hopefully you get that, hopefully you hear that message. Could be if... I wonder if this Twitch is actually having internet connection issues today as well. Like, it's actually... Because I had, like I said, it had that moment where the Twitch chat was, acting a little bit weird. Trying to connect, but we'll see. I have to look it up one day. Ask Eddie to unlock the mainframe. Absolutely. Eddie, get your bucket of boat stuff over here. And I say that with love, by the way. I don't mean that to be a jerk to Eddie. Jetty. Your name is Jetty now, Eddie. Eddie the Jetty. Jetty the Eddie. Nah, Eddie is I think a lot of people have been using Eddie as a companion, and he is pretty good for, as I think as we learned, he's good for detecting enemies from distance. I think I had him. He was a a coyote, I think, and then he became a Brahmin. I love randomizer for that reason. Activate silo door. Is it not activated? Oh, there it is. I was making a point that I forgot to point out that Eddie's not randomized besides his size. But it also makes sense. Oh no, what the hell? Looks like the ant's alive. Are we getting poisoned? Bear. Bear cub. Eddie, who's attacking you? The ant? Oh, it was the ant. We got more we got more mutant animals to act as security over here. Out to myself. Yeah, using this weapon is a bad idea. What do we have? Right shotgun? We didn't have that much shells for this weapon. Cells. Shotgun shells with this weapon. Go side. Up. You're dangerous. Can we use VATS to target you, please? Oh, perfect. Do we have a lot of stim packs? Yes, we do. Use them. Nice aim. Nuclear material. Cosmic knife. Another ranger armor. Eddie, you're being attacked. Oh. Oh, let's not use the revolver. I'd like to save this weapon. We do have a better, we have the Cyber Dog 9000. The K9 9000. That's loud. Let's not go there. My ears. What's over here? Supplies? Blood shield. Grenades. What I should have done is I should have got a mod so that you can carry grenades while also carrying a, I don't know, like a minigun or something, because I like what they did with Fallout 4. Even though they did the weird thing where, ah, nice, perfect, best ammo. Fallout 4 did the funny thing where, well, I say funny because it's just weird and they're thinking on their part, but probably frustrating if this is your first time playing or during this change. Fallout 4 made it so the weapon you press to bash, like do a heavy attack with a melee weapon, is literally the same weapon to use to throw a grenade. You just have to hold that weapon, and so if you instinctively want to keep pressing the, heavy strike button for in that game, you might accidentally throw your character would toss a grenade. And assuming it's a very fairly, oh, there he is.
But there, just like NCR, voice without fire, without strength, sick. Her tales of you walking the Mojave, giving the two-headed bear strength, giving hollow men like Kimball, like Crocker, half the life Hanlon had. Now, let's test that strength, that conviction, courier.
If you understand everything exactly what he's saying, well, actually I take that back. It's not too. I don't think this is the more convoluted stuff he's gonna bring up, but yes, this is the courier we've been hearing so much about from the DLCs and the other characters. Now, how he's able to override Eddie, we'll learn more. You have a lot of hate for the NCR. That kind of hate isn't new in the Mojave, or yeah, let's ask this.
No, not new. And none new among all those in the shadow of the bear. You know their flag. A bear with two heads. Symbols an old world one. Had one head then. Better off for it. Their flag speaks to their spirit. They're split like any two-headed animal, trying to go in different directions, ending up nowhere. In a Mojave, that'll only get you sand between your fingers, or over your grave.
So the cool thing about this character, apparently, I think I name dropped this character's name already by accident. But if you know this character's name and whatnot and everything, that's absolutely fine. I did want to point out one cool thing about this. It's whatever people say. I know this might be easy to do if you program, but I still appreciate This is one of the things why I like New Vegas. This character actually you notice how he's bringing up the NCR? That's because of all the factions. I have the highest NCR of all the factions, the NCR is the one with the highest reputation with me. So they like me the most. Now, if it's the Legion, he will bring in the Legion, and if it's the Strip, pardon me, if it's a Strip, he will point out how you're supporting the Ghost of Vegas, which I'm not gonna lie, that sounds pretty metal. Like he just sees a house as a literally just a ghost of Vegas, like he's already dead. But then that's pretty a fitting description. Maybe you better tell me who you are and what you want.
I'm a courier. Courier 6 was Courier 6. Like you, and not like you. In all the ways that matter.
Cool.
Spent too many years looking for you. Now letting you come to me. Thought carrying that ship would end you. No. You got lives in you. Hard to kill. Storms, bullets, sand and wind. Yet still you walk. For now.
Sadly, we don't have the perception to get this, but so you're the one who sent the radio message, Ulysses, and that's his name.
Not my given name. Close enough. Took it from history. Found it in a book. It's an old world name. Ulysses lived a long time ago. Long before the old world set fire to itself. He made a mark without being myth. Had to fight during a time when his world had two flags, and he had to make them one.
I kind of wish I had some of these speech checks, but we'll worry about that later. Ulysses, not the myth. You're honoring history, not stories.
History. Yes.
There it is.
Ulysses walked a hard road. A general, like Caesar and Oliver. He was brown and stubborn, gave him strength on the battlefield. He led his side to victory, turned two flags into one. That's when he lost. When the fighting was done, the sickness took hold. Lesson there. If history is to be believed, one you should heed.
I don't remember. I wish I remember every detail what he's with everything he's brought up with his dialogue. But I'm assuming initially he's talking about Ulysses S. Grant. I'm assuming that's the guy he's talking about. I think he was a. I don't remember. He was a Union general, commander. I don't remember his title, but I think he did became president. It's been a while since I've taken U.S. history, so my memory of it is poop, or just not the best. But anyways, you brought me here to talk. If you wanted to kill me, you have waited until I came for the chip.
No, no, I couldn't. And I'm thinking you can't kill me either. If you did, you'd answer for it, just as I would. Let the lambs do the killing for you. That's one of the things you taught me. Killing is personal. Those vows, promises, last bits, more important to me than the first.
So you swore not to kill me. Why?
What kind of world would this be if courier killed courier? You've got enough distance ahead of you. Save your breath for the road. Don't waste it on words.
But I do like his Ulysses logic here, and really, I think was this? Oh, spoiler alert! Spoilers for One Piece, right? There was a thing where I was having this conversation with my brother where if you haven't followed what is it? I think it's called the Whole Cake Island. I think that's what it is. The arc. It's when you're infiltrating Big Mom's place. And sorry if you don't know the series. I'll get to the part where it's important, right? So there's this emperor who technically has like a bunch of kids, and they had this prisoner, and I think the prisoner escaped. Like, he pretty much the protagonist of the series. He escaped, and the problem with Big Mom or the emperor is that she literally doesn't take failure kindly. Like, she has the potential to kill people. And so one of them was freaked out over that, like, oh god, I'm gonna get horribly mangled or killed or worse if everybody knows I let this high-profile prisoner escape. And so what he chose to do there is to lie about it. Like, he's not gonna say anything. And so, and it was too late. I think he still died, but not by that reason. Oddly enough. But the point is that I do agree with Ulysses here. I think it's pretty stupid to shoot the messenger. Like, why would you punish anyone for delivering the bad news? That's their job. They're not the one who initiated. They're not the ones who are purposely there to revel the fact that, oh yes, bad news everywhere. I'm so happy about the Zor, yada yada, right? Never works. Especially writing. If you want to make a good story about a good antagonist who is actually intelligent or anything, don't make it so they kill messengers. It just makes them very reckless. But then again, though, that's just one opinion. Forget your name. I could click on this. So this is about fighting, or
Fighting. Yes. But different weapons than you're used to. You're wasting time.
yeah, we can't get that. Forget your name. Back to the job refused.
Alright, courier. If the why of it matters to you.
Don't have perception, unfortunately. Where are you supposed to carry the chip? Or
We all have death following us. Only a question of how close. You dodged it. For a time. With that chip weighing you down. A burden. meant to. No, never. You're a burden. Weigh you down long enough to let death catch up to you. But you survived. There was death in that package. And while the chip is important to old world ghosts, no, you are more dangerous than that chip ever could be. Maybe why you found each other. Little piece of the old world speaking to you, waiting for you to wake something else up with it.
At this point, that doesn't make absolute sense, but it will once we get to the end. But yeah, let's ask why did he wait?
Promises to keep.
Oh, same thing. Yeah.
My
I probably just he probably said something different, but it's the general gist of it. Yeah, how are you speaking through Eddie?
the robot with you. All of them are machines, radios, old world tech reshaped with new hands, historians, couriers carrying messages. Seen them as I've walked the divide, tending other machines. That one, sealed inside the Hopeville silo. Sign America is waking up. It will follow you, obey you, carry it until we are face to face. Then there'll be no more need for it to carry my words.
And this place?
Divide. This place is a slice of it. Old military. Can still smell the pride and the fear. Hope of the old world, wrapped in fencing, covered in storm. Got new inhabitants now, other than ghosts, more recent, recruits.
Area looks like it was hit with earthquakes or underground detonations.
America sleeps in the divide, giants beneath the earth. You saw one locked in the silo beneath you. There's more. Only takes a few of them, locked below ground, to tear apart the earth and cast dust, sand, ash into the skies above. You'll see the extent, the miles of it, soon enough. You need to see it, walk it. For now, eyes alert, watch the streets below. There's still life in the divide. Threats, other than the storms and wind. New inhabitants.
So previously he's talking about the nuclear missiles. And sadly there's still more laying about, so yep. Place is still a walking time bomb. What happens to the divide? There are any survivors, or does it appear anyone's alive down here?
These new inhabitants, not natives, most of them, came with duty, purpose, ready to kill each other. The divide was stronger. Left marks on them too. Not bear, not bull. Now, radiations mark them, made them equal in history's eyes. As vicious as the storms are, these shadows of Legion, of NCR, silhouettes of things to come.
Those bodies in the silo were NCR soldiers. Some special forces.
Might have been, once. To the divide they came. In the divide, they rest. If you saw their corpses, you saw mercy. Got what they deserved, coming to the divide. The bear and bull, NCR Legion, came in waves, before and after, right into the invisible fires, the wind, ground, collapsing beneath them. Once under different flags, now they are equal in their hatred of the trespassers, you and I.
I really want to say something about this, but let's see. I had never seen corpses mutilate like that. Let's make a point, like, you think these guys exposed to radiation return to ghouls, but these guys are different.
Even as the fires here burned them from within, the winds of the divide tore their skin, exposed them, screaming to the sky. And just as the divide tears at them, so they tear at each other, for sport, like some tribal scarification.
Here it is. Radiation may keep them alive in areas so physically punishing will kill others, even ghouls, or I think this one was fine. If they become ghouls, the radiation would strengthen them, heal their wounds, not the scars.
There's truth in your words, in what I've seen of their tactics, movements, recovery. Those wounds, they couldn't live otherwise. The divine winds have torn the skin from many of them. Maybe the radiation is the only thing keeping them walking. They camp near silos, warheads. No way to cleanse the radiation. Makes them hard to kill there. Have to draw them out.
So the one thing I would say is that the people here, the enemies of this DLC, would be the marked men. And I think this is one of the most metal concepts in this game, because essentially they were all former Legion and NCR soldiers, but because of what happened here, whatever blew up here, they've all just I guess de-evolve into these tribal like factions, if that makes sense. But they pretty much forgot their origins, right? They're pretty much their sanity is so low. Like they're just low sanity. They're just ravaging whatever they can. And I like to imagine to the point where I think that we hear more in the dialogue, but the metal part about this is that the suffering is so hard. Like they're suffering, whatever they're suffering right now, is so much that it keeps them all united. I feel. Someone says that in this. I think I'm sure it's Ulysses, but that's awesome. In terms of story writing, like it's very morbid, but I love that. Like where all so even the most you can even imagine these are the most idealistic soldiers ever, like super lords to the cause. But now this happened, and they're all just united with the pain, completely forgotten what they were. Something about that is very that ominous writing is what I love. Enough talking. You went through a lot of trouble to lure me here, so let's get on with this.
America sleeps ahead of you. Its nightmares filled with quakes, storms. You'll need to find your own path. That means waking America's spears up from their slumber. There's ways. Warheads set off collapse. Warheads could open the gates again. You're resourceful. That machine, robot with you, can help you find the warheads you need to destroy. And their trigger, the detonator. The way ahead is below. The tools are there.
If we share history, then before going forward, I want to know the past.
Who are you who do not know your history? You came all this way for answers. Only currency I have. Nothing else to be gained. Could turn around, walk away at any time. If history matters to you, you'll need to earn it.
Ah, there we go.
Any logs of mine, I have already cast away in the divide. For now, find the trigger for the warheads buried in Hopeville.
I'll find its trigger and I'll find you.
The divide will send its worst against you. Road gets rougher from here. Courier. They'll lead you to your home one more time. Lead to the ending of it.
There we go. Very lengthy dialogue, and we'll get more of it as we go on through the DLC. But yep, the job. Here we are at this area. Ooh, nice music. There is a lot of I think there is some radiation we have to go through with this as we go through this DLC. Eddie, be scared. Oh, there are enemies here. Yep. Ulysses was the one that's posting the warnings throughout over where is it? The Big Empty. This was his doing in that area. Sorry, K9000. But they are enemies we can snipe, and we'll take the first shot here. Perfect aim. Apparently, they hit the truck instead of the enemy. Let's go back. I'm not happy with that shot. Maybe this is my dude. Sneak attack. That didn't even take him out. It's crazy. Hey, you guys over there? Nah, we got Stripe here. How tanky is this? Are you really that tanky? You only got a knife. Do I have something similar? Yeah, I have a minigun. That's good. Oh, he had a cudgel. Alright. Anything here? Left and right, up and down. Nothing much. See, my fear with this randomizer is that we're not gonna find any ammos in these crates. Just rely on buying them. Healing powder. Did I ask this? I'm not sure if I asked this question already outside the Fallout when I was playing Fallout 4, but does this actually work? The bobby pin and the screwdriver. Probably should take a look at the what's that guy? There's a YouTube channel. There's one guy who trying to lockpick through most locks people send him or something. Stripe just doesn't give two damns about falling off a ledge of a building. Then again, doesn't say drop. When they're attacked by something, but where? Well, at least those guys are doing a good job. What is they're doing over there? For now, we gotta enter this building. There's nothing in this vending machine, right? Well, it's steak, dog steak, water. Did we feed our friend here? I think we need to. Let's feed you. I'll take a gecko meat. Let us move. Good to go. I don't remember if there's enemies in this. One of the military bases have enemies inside it. Never mind, I'll shut up now. This base has an enemy. Perfect. Oh, you came out of nowhere. So I'm curious what everybody else's opinion about this DLC. Like, ooh, upgrade. Manufacture small energy cells or microfusion cells once per day. Especially, like, I'm curious of people when they played this DLC for the first time. Was it the best experience? Was it painful? Harder than Sierra Madre? Did you like did people like the riding more in this game compared to the base game, or did it add more? Yeah, I can't unlock that. That's okay. I'd say like this DLC is good for as a conclusion for what they were setting up with the courier and the two couriers here. Like, they're hyping up all of that in the background of the game. And now we come full circle here. Excuse me. Turbo Battle Brew. Oh yeah. Katak Physicals, yeah. Hey, welcome back, Ravik. I think the auto dock in this DLC, it's infinite use. Alright, there we go. Let's use this. Access this. We're gonna sell some stuff because we're almost at their capacity we can carry. To be honest, I don't need this. As for password and how to look box of the router, okay. Yeah, that's usually the case to go. Like you have to use the password and the router. I just want to like whenever we change the router, just write down the password. Unless, and a big unless, is somehow I don't know how to explain here, but sometimes you get the same router, but you do something and like whatever the internet provider is, and you have to change they change the password, but then not the router itself. If that makes sense. Like that can happen. So that's an exception that I do know and have experienced. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sell some of the 8 items because I have too much of it. They weigh me down. Like what? Wine, I don't need wine. Whiskey, sell it. What else is carrying a lot? Sell this. Yeah, I mean, I'm someone who's I took the water, I'm gonna sell it. I'm not someone who has any experience. What does anything mean in Ruin and trying to configure or tinker around with in the internet. The basic I know of it is just pretty much download speeds and installation speeds, but that's about it. The painful memories of trying to get a Minecraft server running. Just too much. The other thing I know is that just it requires a lot of messing around with the firewall and whatnot. But even then, I still have no idea to this day what any of that stuff means. Venom, we don't need that. We're not gonna get poisoned anymore. Get rid of this cram. K-Funk. Why does K-Fungus weigh so much? I don't do anything with that. Ramen stick, keep it. Battle brew. We give us HP, which is nice. Sell all that. Any miscellaneous items I picked up? Someone was trying to teach the things at school and failing miserably. Not every, no, logically, I'd say not every topic's for everyone as well. I think for me, my weakness with, I'd say ironically back then for me, my weakness was English. Just a read comprehension, something I wasn't very good at. Maybe to this day even, but one of the English classes I took for college, I did for fantastic, which I'm glad because I always get off a vibe feeling where because I haven't done so well in English, it's gonna be the same thing regardless. But I'm glad I was able to get over that stress in that class. Like, that makes sense. Like, I'm glad that it wasn't a huge bomb on my part. But yeah, every topic is going to be different for everyone. It's going to be easy. It's going to be straightforward, or it could be the worst thing ever. And you might get the feeling that everybody knows everything about said topic, but no, like I said, it's just always going to be different for everyone. It's never a unified or universal thing where, oh, everyone's going to be good at this topic, and then if you're not, etc., right? Yeah, like the history is also difficult for me. I'd say history is tolerable if it's multiple choice because I can at least remember, not the exact date, but I can at least remember. Okay, so this is this during this time, or names. I even not struggle with names. Historical names I tend to remember if I've Base service gate key. Yeah, sure, why not? Names I tend to struggle unless it's something for important historical figure. Then that's kind of where it's easy for me. I feel like classes have to be done. They had to be taught well for folks to be able to remember stuff if it's one of those classes. You can't make it so that the effort to learn is actually. You don't want to intimidate people to participate or feel like the effort into learning is not worth it because of how much of a pain it is in the first place. Who's doing what now? Oh, they got him. Yeah, you guys have fun. MRE. Meal ready, I forgot what the E stands for. Scorpion poison grease. Fascinating. Deathclaw hands. Oh, that's horrible. Oh, I didn't even know there was one here. Oh, damn it. Pick a lucky ball. There it is. So weird that there's two of these together. Lanky individual. We'll take the little devil and we'll take this. It was the year 1000. If you ever ask me what happened in the year 1000, I have no idea. I'm vaguely familiar with U.S. history because I won't lie, I did take a AP US history class. Did I enjoy it? No. Did I pass? Thankfully. Did I pass the exam? No. Definitely not. It's one of those things I've Alright, I'm gonna be honest with people. Honest with this. First, I'm trying to figure out there's an. I think that's all the place I need to go. I'm gonna be honest with this. Sometimes when I think of academic experiences here and there, I low-key kind of feel bad that to bring up a class about that I participated, but yet I struggle with. And it's one of those things where I had to learn to get over through some assistance. So a reminder, like, hey, it's not all that bad because everybody has to go through. Everybody had different situations. Everybody had a different teacher, right? Even to this day, I still kind of struggle a little bit to say, oh yeah, I did slightly miserable, but alrightish in AP US history, but I still appreciate learning the history regardless. Like, the learning is what I like, but I don't know, I do struggle with some. I think what it is why I struggle with it more is because it requires so much handwriting. You can't type, you need to learn to write. Because you are, pretty much the whole point of it is that you're going to take a test where you have to write some, there's, I forgot the words, the section of it, but essentially you have to answer some of these questions, remember some details of a certain historical event, and then there's a big question where you're provided with like certain pieces of pictures or excerpts from history, and you need to make a connection with what the questioner asks you. It's pretty. I have a vague memory of this, but it's pretty much the nutshell of it. I mean, oh man, that's I wish if I can relate to that, because the part of me is like, it's kind of like that for me, but it's the opposite. Like, I can read my own handwriting, but people cannot read my handwriting. People just cringe whenever they see my handwriting. It's like, what is this Minecraft archaic language you wrote here? But yeah, I got just told it. What do you mean? It literally says G, not S. And it's not like no ill will, nor am I'm making a big stink here for fun. But yeah, like people struggle to read my handwriting, which I feel bad for that. But I definitely can read my own. But if you can't, how about this? Like if if you had terrible handwriting, if you can't read it, might as well draw symbols then. Draw pictures. Try to draw a picture within 5 minutes whenever the teacher shows you this information, or when you make your own notes. Draw little images, draw some doodles. That might help you remember or read your notes better. Meltdown. Oh, this one's fun. Those vaporizer melted by your critical hits give off a corona of or harmful energy, potentially causing a chain reaction. Every disintegration also grants you a temporary bonus to your critical chance with all energy weapons. This is a mean perk from one of the mods I have that adds a bunch of perks, and it's kind of broken. And it makes it so that if you kill an enemy with a critical hit, they blow up, and it also increases the chance if you get a critical hit with an energy weapon. And of course, this stacks the more critical hits you get, the more enemies you kill for critical hit. It does give you a more chance to get meltdown. They're not kidding. This is a chain reaction. It's crazy. I love it, and I'll be getting this. And guess what? I will rarely use energy weapons. Perfect use of a perk there. Everyone is gone. Scroll things fast as possible because you report and suffer the consequences. Up. Sorry for that pause there. I had to take a phone call, and it's all good. I won't give any details, but let me just say, I think I told someone I'm hoping I was able to get out of my stupid era, as they say. Friday was the beginning of it. Tuesday was the official test, and I think I'm officially happy to say I'm out of my stupid era. And I think I'm full of fuzzy warmness right now. So I wish my voice can depict it, but I'm kind of exhausted right now. Like, not sucks to stream, by the way, just physically exhausted of what I did today at work. But it was productive, and it fills me with a lot of warm happiness and something along the line. It makes me feel as fluffy as a warm pancake in the morning when they're in a very rainy day. So yeah, I'm quite happy. So I'm living a life. Life, if that makes sense. Living the good life. I don't know. I can't stress my. I'm not good at expressing my happiness, but it's something that not only I'm glad that I'm going through, but I wish everyone can have this experience as well. I'm hoping the best for everyone out there, whether they're watching the stream or whatever they're doing out there. Like, if there's someone hears this, yeah, generally I do wish the best for everyone. Thanks, Ravik. Yeah, it's one of those things where I may be happy, like I may be having a good time streaming, but Right now, this is just life can just can get better and better now, and I'm glad it's going that way. Uh, Today you learned the hard thing to say is purple burglar alarm. Who was it? What's that guy's name? Limmy? Is that his name? There was a video of that guy trying to say it, but it's harder if you're from if you have a certain accent. I never watched that. I never watched that guy, but I seen some clips of him trying to say it. And I think there was a clip of I don't know the context of it, but it was Vinny. He was watching Limmy for one moment, and he was. I guess it's because someone told him about Vine sauce, and then when Vinny was watching the clip, he was like, he predicted that he's gonna say, "Who the hell is Vinny?" And literally the next second, Lemmy just went, "Who the fuck is Vinny?" And it just, I think he loses his mind, like he was losing his shit because of that. But that's the only thing I know about that guy. So, but yeah, I remember that clip where he struggles so hard, so he struggles to say that word. And let me see if I could say it. Purple burglar alarm. But you have to say it fast, right? Like as well, like you have to talk as if it's a natural thing to say. Purple burglar alarm. Purple burglar alarm. Now I might have a good time. Like I might be saying it efficiently, but I still feel like I'm not articulating hard, like exactly, like clearly, so you can hear every syllable. Pronunciate. Purple burglar alarm. Purple burglar alarm. So like that. So it's weird because I can say that easily. Like I feel like I'm confident, like I can say that without slipping up. But the moment I can say it, I have to say it somewhere else or any even other sentences I just speak. Like people when people hear me talk, yeah, I will slip up so easy when I articulate something. So no, I can only imagine like hearing Limmy trying to say it. It's not. I struggle to say some words. Like if you want to hear me struggle with one word I can't say, railroad. For some reason, I struggle to say that word. Railroad. Railroad. Like I really want to say with a W, like railroad, like railroad. I see. Railroad. Railroad. See, like I have to say it quickly. I just don't pronounce the O and A. I don't stress them enough. So it goes railroad. I say it like that fast. Maybe because I speak too fast, so I don't just say everything. I don't take my time to talk. But yeah, I talk like Scooby Doo when I say railroad. Railroad Shaggy or Raggy. Railroad Raggy. For you, it's yeah, like it's same thing with that. I really understand that. Like definitely that is for. I did see it. I really want to take it. There's some things where I want to smile about it. Like, yeah, I know it's screwing up, but also at the same time, I just feel like I generally wish I can pronounce things efficiently. But it's always going to be the case, I feel. It's going to be difficult to always say a certain syllable. Oh, I have to be careful, don't I? There is traps here, and I completely forgot about them. I remember there is bear traps, because if it's bear traps, those are the worst. Ooh, more canteens. Let's take them. Oh, you know what I should have done? Is that what what I wanted to do? What I really want to do so badly is go to Etsy and buy flesh it. What are these? Oh, no, for nails. I really want to go to Etsy and buy a canteen just to drink water out of, and especially with the Vault 13 logo on it or like this design on it. I really want that, and I'll be taking that to work because my wallet is Fallout theme. It has the let me see, here it is. It has the Fallout logo on one side, and the other side is the mini nuke. Ooh, what's that? I'm curious what. I wish I can translate what you just posted there. It's the toughest one, you know. Yeah, like I'm quite. I feel like I'm definitely gonna butcher the Polish language if I try to read that. See, the problem is that my brain is just brain farting right now because as someone who has experience speaking Spanish, I know sometimes the J can be silent, or like you don't stress the J as much. So my brain is just wondering, is the J silent? Is the J not silent? Like I'm just, I know this is Polish language, but it just when you're just used to speaking a certain language, your brain is just like, wait, it has to be. Loyal Jola name, alienating herself from a enthusiastic crowd admiring an overly intellectual and overly illiterate, literate work of art. Yeah, English translation, that's not too difficult to say, but I'm guessing if you're native to speaking Polish, J is always the Y sound. Loyalna? Is that like Loyalna? That's the the most I can say is the first word. Cool. Who needs the lingo when I got you, Ravik? Anyways, I've been walking around. I probably should find that detonator somewhere. I do want to learn. I say eventually I do have to. Oh, is it my sister? I believe she has some. I wouldn't say she's 100% fluent or knows everything about Polish. So I think definitely in our family, English or Spanish is what we know more. But with a variety of people who live in our area, there's definitely people who speak fluently in Polish that visit the place where my sister works, and she eventually learned some phrases, and that started with level 200. Exactly. um, there's some phrases that my sister learned, and I think it's smart of her because it is kind of satisfying if you do this. It's when she learned this because there's some people who are unfortunately rude over there, and so they so say something rude in Polish, but I don't know what it is. And then my sister's able to catch them saying that, and you better believe she will call people out on that. It's pretty awesome too. Like honestly, with me, I would have been scared. Like I'm a very timid person. I do not like confrontation with people. I would just rather just feel so sad or bad if someone badmouths me. But what she does is that she catches people who either say something awful in either Spanish or Polish, and she will, tell them like, "Hey, don't do that crap. It's not. I can understand your language, and if you think you get away by doing this and being absolutely rude, not just to me but to other people who work with me, nah, screw you. You will be called out and over here, and I will ask you politely to don't be a jerk anymore to everybody here." Big W for my sister, by the way. She's an absolute awesome sibling to have. Like, always a blast to be with her. She's very friendly as well, definitely. She's friendly, but piss her off, oh boy. And like I said, she has every reason to do that. I like to just call out these folks who are just thinking they can get away by being rude and just no one can figure them out their language. Lesson people, never pays to be a jerk in life. Otherwise, people will catch on you. You know, the karma system. I know we're playing Fallout 3 as a Fallout New Vegas, and there's a karma system in general, but no, it is a thing, by the way, folks. You'll never get away by being a jerk. It will catch up to you. Learning a second language fluently is like monument. Yeah, you have to have good memory to at least remember all the languages, and it makes me wonder, is there ever anyone out there who's actually has a general understanding of every language in the world? That'd be crazy, but also takes a lot of patience to do so. Also, I think I'm going backwards, am I? Yeah, I'm not supposed to be here. Or am I? Is there a way to get the detonator? Because there is... Yeah, right? I think there's possibly like a bridge here. A passing? I think I did... Yeah, walk over here. Into this building. Jump over here. Oh crap, I almost... Don't want to break my legs. Oh, this is familiar. Oh. What the? I mean, I do needed something to, I needed something to cut open my bag of chips, but throwing a hatch in my face, that's not cash money of you. Holy hell. These guys are not kidding. They want me dead. You guys have... Oh, never mind, that's not useful. Alright. Angle, torso. Nice supplies here, Ulysses. Families of languages. If you learn Spanish, you'll have an easy time learning Italian because they're similar. In a way, yes. I'm not sure if it's always wise to always assume that. Like, it's... I think with French as well, I don't know, it's amazing with... I think Italy, you can definitely see it, but strangely enough, when I look at French, I could kind of see some words meaning... Oh, no, 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 no. Where are you? But... Good. Like some words in French, and I think, and you're right, even Italy, you can definitely see, it kind of had the same spelling, but I remember someone saying that Italy is, was it? I think they said Italy is actually a hard language to learn, from what I understand. Rocket canister. Incendiary. Slovak, Slovenia, Croatia, and Czech are also very similar because they were all Yugoslavia at one point. Oh yeah, I'm not familiar with what happened, but no, I don't remember the historical event called. But yeah, there was a split. I remember that. I actually wish to learn about it. Like I saw that in when I was taking the social studies class back in my elementary school. I saw that happening, and I saw this is the most recent thing, like the very end of the page in my history textbook. And I really want to learn more about that because it's strange that how it's rarely talked about in the States. Maybe it's actually... Maybe I shouldn't take AP US history. I should have taken AP European history, because I feel like someone told me that that was a better class than A push. I don't know, man. Like maybe, hopefully, I can get a chance to learn more. You found the laser detonator Ulysses spoke of. A piece of pre-war tech that can detonate the nuclear warheads that scatter around the loathsome world. You can use it to open new paths, kill your enemies from afar, or even discover secret loot caches. Just pointing at a warhead, hold down the trigger, and watch the explosion. Every time you see a warhead, I'm thinking about the candies. If what Ulysses said is true, you need this to advance, which means there must be a warhead blocking the way forward. You'll need to find the correct warhead to detonate it. Now, the moment I click OK, some chaos is gonna happen. Right? There it is. Yeah, we're gonna get ambushed. People didn't get along in the communist path. Yeah, that I do know that people had trouble getting along, but yeah, economy being bad. I'm always someone that don't mind learning history, but I will eventually still feel bummed out about the awful stuff about it. But still, one of the things where I still like to be aware what happened around the world. Like I never want to. I try my best to not be limited with information that happens in good old United States, if one would say. But I would like to be open-minded and just learn what's going on around the world, because it's always cool learning that there's other people around out there outside this country. Cures poison, but kind of a crazier version of that. Grill mantis. Eat a bunch of this because we need space. Healing. I feel like maybe that's how they should teach history. I feel they probably get better results if you do that. Stripe's unconscious. Oh my goodness, everybody's just struggling. You know what? We have the rockets Red Glare, right? Is that what it's called? Red Glare, where is it? There it is. Let's use this thing. Bombs away. Oh damn, this weapon has a cool looking, I never use the Red Glare as much because it feels like it's a weaker version of the missile launcher. But I'm not gonna lie though, it does look cool. Alright, that's fun, buddy. That gun. I think that's why one of these days I will. I think there's some. There's this. I'm not sure if they still do it, but holy crap! You have the Federator. Give me that. You don't deserve that. There are some classes in colleges in my area where they offer. They don't like you can go to these classes for free, but they don't give you. It's not. You don't pay to get a degree, right? Like you're not graded on remembering everything. But you can go to these classes and learn your own time, which is I appreciate them doing. If I have time, I definitely take a look at it, especially history. Not just history, but maybe even learning how to code as well. I do want to learn how to code eventually. I think I was having a chat with friends on Discord on one Discord server, and I think someone recommended me what is it? C. I wish I know the actual pronunciation of it. Definitely C something, right? C. Embarrassing. Slightly embarrassing, but I don't know what's it called. The first one, C, with the number symbol. Is that how you pronounce? What's the name of that symbol? I actually don't know what it's called. I just call it the number symbol. Or the one they use with like the left button of a phone keypad. It's pronounced C sharp. C sharp. Okay. Yeah, I do want to learn that. Now, whether I'll use it for, or how would I use it, that's something that I don't know how, if I'll get to that point. Oh, it's pound. Hashtag. Oh, it is a hashtag, true. I always, you know what I thought? I always thought that was the, what is it? I'm gonna type it in the, I do know this is called asterisk, the asterisk key. I always thought this was called pound. I thought that was pound, for some reason. No idea why, but it just, I heard the word pound and then it's just like, oh, it's definitely that key right there, right? That symbol. Kablooey. Very bright lights, which not a fan of it, but was easier for you because they call it checker and star. Yeah, that would have been, I wanted that. Like I wish that's how they it's always limited. It's just limited to one word so that we can easily remember it. But no, it's their universal. It has many ways to be referenced as, which I don't know if it has its benefits, but I'm gonna assume that it does. Stripe. This is Fine's best friend. Always remain a good friend. Big corner meat. Oh, we're getting short on gecko meat, I'd say. There's an achievement for detonating every warhead, but I don't think I'm gonna do that. However, before we leave here, I think there is an audio tape audio log I want to collect. Not here, no. It was is it? There's an alleyway somewhere that I've. No, let's get the bigger map. I might have gone to this alleyway, but that's where we can there's an alley with a gate you open, and then that's how you get to the audio tape. And I think I might have missed it. Let's see, down there, right? And if not, then I could explore this place a bit. How are we on time? Uh, Still got a lot of time. Yeah, I'm not a fan of these warheads. Also, ambush time. I have this. Have fun. Just have minds. Of course, I do. With the randomizer, we do have to be careful because they could have there's a random chance they could have a mini nuke or a famine launcher, and that will be very painful. Let's put it lightly. Zap Club. But the thing about C# is that it's the upgraded version of C++. You look at it just with 4 pluses. Oh, so mind blown, by the way. I never see it as that. Pun intended, by the way. But yeah, I know honestly, it's fascinating. You think it's like what is it with Dr. O? It's like I didn't realize that you put a 0. It's like you couldn't put a slash. Like he didn't realize you could put a slash with a 0 or the O to make it look like a 0. Literally mind blown with that. Is there would you happen to know there's a difference between C++ and well, you said it's upgraded version, but I know you can use both versions. Is it because one? Yeah, definitely. This is definitely someone who has no idea how to code, but difference in syntax as well. I wish I knew a little bit more about what that is. The only thing I'd say, if anyone's curious, the only code experience I have is I need to put a warning with these lights in case no one likes this. But oh, I think I hit. The only coding I ever practice with is with not practice but dabble with, I guess it makes sense, is Python. And that's because I heard people say it was the easiest thing to learn into, to start with. I tried it and I haven't gotten that far. I think I'm technically still in coding 101 of it. I definitely got past Hello World. I kind of have a general idea how if statements work, or then, if that makes sense. Like I kind of have a general idea how they work. So at least I can understand what they are. I'm not sure if I knew how the semicolons work, or colons even. I don't know if I'm familiar entirely with that. But yeah, like I kind of have some experience doing my own stuff. I think what I did is I made a code that essentially it's a very straightforward code. What it is that I kind of base it off of games like New Vegas or even Knights of the Republic RPG style, where it's like a dialogue box, that makes sense. But not much of a dialogue. It's just like this paragraph of text, and it tells you like a description. You can edit this plaque to fill in words of what you want, and so it's like a plaque that says it's like a honoring this old guy guarding these 7 keys or something like that, and you can put in whatever you want. It's like the wise old son, something like the wise old wizard, or the wise old ancient cow. You name it, right? Like you can put any adjective you want, and that was the whole point. That was the code itself. Like you put it anywhere you want, and then once you're done, the code's gonna read it's gonna repeat the paragraph again, and it shows you what words you typed in. So I was kind of did a thing where it was inspired by RPG games where you can put in anything you want, and I love that. Like I love knowing the fact that people could just take a look at it. It's like, you know what? I'm gonna put whatever word I want because I feel I can choose violence today, or I can be nice and try to make it sound nice to read, like it actually respects the old guy. But nope, I am more comfortable with people just putting whatever you want. Go, you mean, be nice, go crazy, have at it, because I do love that type of open-mindedness. Like that's the word, or creativity. I love hearing other people's creativity. It's always I feel like people are fantastic at coming up with better either stories, ideas. It's always nice to hear. Python is probably the most useful language. I don't know how like, I don't know if it's openly like, or what is the phrase? Oh, I think it's just like Java. It's used in almost everywhere, I think. So yeah, Python it's definitely up there with a language that people always recommend to. This one's good to learn first. It's the easy. A lot of people say it's the easiest. I feel like it's been a while since I hear and learn about it, but it's something that I feel like it's generally used almost everywhere, along with Java. But anyways,
Emptiness here, like the sands of the great salt lake, echoed, the beating in the divine sky, like storm drums of the white legs. Ran with them on the salt beds at Caesar's command. Cut the throats of the two-headed bear, cut all communities off. Use storm, sky, disease, fire, starvation, and the violence of the ignorant to ruin all who could. Might stand against him. But the white legs, they couldn't live on their own like most scavengers. So gave them purpose, turned their hunger into a weapon. The wall of New Canaan, too high for Caesar, too proud maybe, or maybe something there from his past that needed killing. Memory of Graham. Help them dig out Canaan's supply caches and other secrets the sands hid. Bunkers filled with powered weapons even the Brotherhood might desire. They call these new weapons storm drums in the firing of shells. Taught them the power in the casings to channel the spirits in their guns. Me, they called me the flag bearer. Glory in my hand, in my staff that still bore the weight of the old world, just as the symbol on my back did. I learned their weapons as
how long
means
is this
of
all?
respect.
That,
And when it came their turn to pay respect to me, history came rushing back. Can't escape what's been done.
yeah,
History's there.
if you want, you can
No
send it
matter
over.
how far you walk.
I don't know assuming if it's a code I can work in Discord. Like I said, I'm not too familiar of getting things to run at Discord, but maybe you can make a bot. There's a way maybe to make a bot that could play around with codes. But yeah, feel free if you want to send over a Discord server, go ahead. The casino game where you assign values to variables and emojis. Perfect. Did it in batch. Is that actually the bad thing to do to make something with batch or something? Like one of those taboo topics for some folks. I don't think so. There's anything here. I'm gonna move on. Oh, is this the? Hopefully this is the highway. Oh no, not this part.
Grant actually went to Colonel Autumn and got approval for her damn efficiency guidelines. All experiments will be carried out with the test subject fully active to reduce iteration time. It's barbaric. I've explained this to the Colonel. Just because the iBots don't have true AI doesn't mean they're just machines. I guess results are all that matter around here. Forget things like ethical procedures or humane treatment. I'm starting to have serious misgivings about leadership around here. At least I've got you to talk to, huh, Eddie?
Whitley, you're in the world of you're in pre-war America. They're not known for ethics. Sorry to say, but sorry to say, guy. But yeah, pre-war America is not known for that. Hell, have you ever listened to the song from Nuka World? With every minimal safety standards met. That's literally that's the lyrics of their own amusement park. Feel sorry for this guy. Willie was really protected of the iPods, huh? Might as well call him Wheatley. I can't believe they proved that. I met enough robots, big deal. Oh no. He sounds more like a fodder than inventor, these dogs, pretty much. He must have tried to change things. He doesn't seem like the type to let it slide. Needlessly, oh, it's like wearing boxing gloves while trying to solve a Rubik's Cube. Needlessly complicated. Sometimes you just wanna be a mad person or just see the world burn, and people ask you why. You just shrug. To be honest, as long as I feel like people who can do it, whenever they have the time and they have the energy to do so, I feel like that's fun. Might be frustrating if you're subjected to torture like that, but no, to be honest, I find that fun. I can't believe they proved that. I've met enough robots to know they're more than just machines. Exactly. I've been watching AI artificial intelligence with Haley Joel Osment. And anyone else in there? Did I bring that up one time when I was playing Kingdom Hearts? I think I might have did, where the voice actor for Sora plays as the AI in that movie. Still blows my mind to this day, but also still one of my favorite movies covering about AI. I can see why you love that place then. Let's move on. Bleep. So. Oh wait, does it show the show? It's supposed to be a death claw, but it's a rowing up blowfly. Watch it randomize and it turns into something else. Instead of a blowfly. Desert salad. Fruit salad, yummy yummy. Oh, Quantum, pick that up. What am I doing? Big corner meat. Iced cold Nuka-Cola. Oh yeah, this poster. You see what I mean? Like how many? 20? Yeah. Some of these posters are in a spot where you might miss easily, but it rewards you for being very perceptive. And pretty much exploring everywhere. Same thing with overworld blues, but I won't be doing that for now. How was it a blowfly? There's supposed to be a blowfly corpse somewhere, but it's gone. Nails? Bravo team missions orders. This guy is out of uniform, but that's fine. Bravo team will conduct sweep and clear operations in advance in the main force. Early intelligence suggests that tunnels are only sparsely populated by small subterranean semi-humanoids, which are easily cowed by. I can think that is cowed by bright light and loud noises. Bravo team has been issued flashbang grenades for this purpose and expected to meet minimal resistance. Sure. Wait, is that a blowfly corpse? Or is that a skeleton? Not skeleton hugging this. Ooh, missiles, give me that. Thank you. I probably should take that museum token. You can go home, courier. Country roads. Take me home. Copyright. Is that really legit up? If you really what I think you are, or just the animation? Nope. 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 You should be randomized. How dare you? So, for anyone who's not familiar with the New Vegas lore about Lonesome Road, tunnelers are one of the worst enemies in this game. Sort of tanky, and they will eat away your health. They're probably even... Imagine a Night Stalker, but with... They could probably eat your shotgun shells for breakfast. And pretty much poop it... Speaking of poop... Jesus, the jump scare. But yes, they will eat your shotgun shells. Anything you throw at them, they'll eat it and spit it back at you, and claim that they want more salt. Oh, any more? Like, they'll just spit the food back in your face and demand you to make it better. Essentially, tunnelers are just no joke. And there's even another tier or variant of them. I think I'm not sure it's based on your level, but we'll see a stronger variant of them in another area. They are annoying to deal with. However, with 2 Death Claws, I think things roots go on smoothly, and really they're the least of my concerns. Oh my god. That I I have no idea what's going on. I lost track. Like I was flabbergasted at just that oh, Brahmin. Mine 3 more steak. Yeah, sure, let's take that. That's good. I was so flabbergasted at just that Mr. Handy being this eldritch being charging towards me. Yeah, the Sunlanders are not that scary. It's the Mr. Handys that are warped to look like that. Are scares the hell out of me. The mod that I have, by the way, I saw the Centaur blood. There's a way apparently where you can create your own centaurs or something, but it never works for me. Like it says that you need Centaur blood to do it, or something. You can resurrect people to turn into ghouls or something. I have no idea if either it's broken or it actually works, but I need to see them. I need to check out that mod later, or perk I should say. Uh-oh.
Quiet for a time. You killing the bear wouldn't prove easy. You and your machine, you survived. There's a lesson here in the divide. Old world history about paving and intentions could teach the Republic a thing or two, if they listened. They have an idea of trying to do what's right, never quite getting there. Maybe you've seen it, nipped it, elsewhere.
I'm not interested in your problems. We don't want any. The wise word for Eustace. Like I said, he will crap on your faction, depending who you're allied with. I think he actually gets pissed off if you're not allied with anyone. Like if no one likes you over compared to everyone else. Like I think if you're neutral or lower with every faction, he will hate you, or just be very skeptical of you or something. Like I don't remember. It was something like that. It might be something to do with the ending. Like the ending actually make it so that it's actually hard to do something. But yeah, once again he will comment your faction that likes you more.
Yes, and any courier could tell you the same. See it everywhere. The bear. Bear's too busy carving up the Mojave with knives, roads, borders, and how things should be, to see how it is. They're stretched thin, can't protect their front lines, their towns. Think paper's power, radio means control. All of it useless. No matter now, Bear couldn't hold the divide. You and that machine are all that remains of NCR here. Rest fell to radiation, fire, and what burrows below.
What burrows below? You mean those creatures in the underpass?
Tunnelers. Predators that make their own roads beneath the ground here.
Yep.
Divide broke their sky, showed them the world above, and the scent of new prey. Be a slower death for the Mojave than bombs and fire, but they'll come before its people, from where they least expect, below.
Now I'm someone if you're familiar with New Vegas, you might be aware of a mod called Dust. That's a very hardcore mod. That's very difficult, and I don't think I'll play it. Maybe a small chance I'll play it for fun. I don't know if I will. But The one cool thing about that mod I do like is the ton they the game takes place in Mojave after the Battle of Hoover Dam, and I think you're playing as another character besides the courier. And what's cool about it is that they implement that warning that Ulysses had. Like, you actually find tunnel noise back in the Mojave, along with I think the some you might find some traces of the Farc red cloud and due to Sierra Madre. It actually makes the Mojave a much more bleak place. That yep, all the things you hear in the DLC, yeah, they're coming from the Mojave. It's only a matter of time. Little tidbit here about that, but radiation from the war might have created them. Then the nation's quakes caused them to surface.
Makes sense. Truth favors that. Matches the history of this place. Were signs they were here for a long time. Before marked men. Before what happened to the divide it cracked their sky. If so, they were buried deep. Might have been born the day America's embers started to settle. Seen worse things twisted by radiation.
When you say slower death from Mojave, you mean they're spreading out to the divide. Yep.
Death will come from below. In the divide, need to watch the sky and the ground. Mojave will be easy prey for them. They'll start emerging throughout the Mojave in time. Might be years, probably less. They breed fast, hunt in groups, more than enough to bring down the strongest in the Mojave. Once they draw blood. Seen them tear apart Deathclaws. Deathclaw might get some, but the rest will swarm it, tear it apart, like Denver hounds.
He says this, but I have a feeling if you put like the Deathclaw matriarch to fight against the other tunnelers, I think the tunnelers will die. I could be wrong, but I feel like the Deathclaw will just tear them apart. Denver hounds. Denver's far to the east. Legion territory.
Mojave and the Divide are the only places I've walked. Walked the east too, before the bull came.
Then I walk south, and then I walk west, and then I walk north.
Tribes, towns, clutching to life. Bull did a better job.
Those markmen in Hopesville, they have some strange masks and blades I've never seen before.
They bear false versions of Legate Beneus's masks. The one Caesar fashioned for him. Thought it was an insult at first. No better now. It's shaped from divide metal, not with care and strength, but with hate. Keeps them anchored. Cruel, effective, like the blades they carry. Distant mirrors of their legate, a symbol they can hold on to, while the divide tears at them.
Those soldiers in Hopeville, they were once NCR, I'm sure of it. Why were they with the Legion? Here we go, this is the
You
line.
see, true, not scavengers. It's what they wore before this all happened. Pain makes for strange allies. The hate the bear and bull shared across the battlefield now turned against the divide. Few survived, intact. Many NCR were already here when the destruction happened, keeping the route east open in fear of Caesar, fear of the Legion.
Like I said, one of the most metal concepts about the Markmen. I love that so much. Ensor would have needed the supply lines open to reinforce the Mojave and Hoover Dam.
The dam, that old world wall. But there, NCR couldn't be allowed to reach it easily. Long 15, Cayman, both bad enough. Kimball, Kaiser, House. You'd think their whole world was that wall, cutting the Colorado. If I'd never laid eyes on it, never spoke of it. But once found,
I kind of brain farted at the end there, but yeah, he's essentially the one that found the damn first Caesar. I remember now.
The tapes. Didn't think those would be found. You know the divide better than I thought. Had tech from the big empty. Recorder a woman gave me. Didn't survive the road on its last legs. Cast it and the tapes aside. Weren't worth the words anyway. Not like I'd forget what happened. If you heard them, nothing but ramblings, reminders for a man who doesn't need them. Probably more lying from here to the divide.
You wouldn't have recorded the messages if they didn't matter to you, which is a good point. Or maybe you're part of those scripted video game characters that just record your dialogue for no reason. I think there was a joke in that one South Park game. But I'm just just kind of laughing here because, yeah, it's coming back to me why this DLC was kind of a turn up for some folks because there's so much exposition dialogue here.
Maybe not. Who's to say? You, perhaps, found them, heard them after I cast them aside. Maybe there was purpose in that. If they matter, if history matters, we'll see at the end of the road.
If this is the high road, where does it lead?
At the end of the high road lies Ashton, its silo. That machine with you, it can open it, wake it up, like it did the one in Hopeville.
Curse my perception always failing. Do I really want to put something to increase my perception? I want to keep my skull hat, like my skull. I think my character's green look, the Grinch-like look is good, but I do like my skull. Anyways, when we first met, this road leads nowhere. Is this not the same thing? I feel like he. I'm gonna skim through this. Let's see.
You know the why of it. If you don't, I do.
All right.
Earned more than that, though. Getting this far. We walk the same road, carry the same colors. Want more than that? Walk the divide.
All right.
Answers will come.
I guess the bottom option now.
Many in the Mojave think the divide's nothing but canyon and storm. Wasn't always. There was life. A town farther west. Not talking about an old world town like Hopeville. More recent. Something you saw in your lifetime. It had the name, the divide, too. But rather than cracks in the earth, it was a road from the west into the Mojave, a supply line. Took a courier to make that road. You. Back then, you saw the road with eyes facing east. This time, the divide's in the other direction. And if your eyes try to make sense of it when you reach it, home's not what it was.
So you're saying I walked this road once from another direction, from west to east, to home.
All roads lead back to one's home. Not your birthplace, maybe, but home. Home isn't where you were born into this world. You taught me that. Part of your message, whether you meant it or not, can be a place of mind, a moment where you know who you are, the history of it, and they can be places you breathe life into. Never would have known the divide had it not been for you. The road you made with your tracks again and again. You were the only one willing to make the journey to and from here. A hard road. Kept the land before the divide alive through seasons, storms. Can't have been just a job. Was something more to you. Don't feel for a place that hard unless it's home.
Oh, more more achievements.
It means everything, even if you deny it. Cast it aside. That speaks to what you are. It was you walking that road that kept the divide alive. It grew from what you did. Settlers, camps, filling that old world city. Chance for a new nation, new beginning. Could have breathed new life into the Mojave, bridging east, west, like Hoover Dam. But not old world. Something you made. Road with a supply line.
There's no supply line to the Mojave beyond the 15. Maybe you should tell me what happened, but I have a feeling he won't.
NCR
Unless...
saw the worth in that road you made. Staked a claim, whether it was wanted there or not. True elsewhere in the Mojave. And where the bear tries to cling to life, the Legion comes, bearing messages. Some brought by blade, others by couriers. You knew what was coming, as sure as I know what's coming for you. This time you carry the burden. Walk west into the sun, and keep walking until it dies. There, I'll be waiting.
Here he goes. A lot of dialogue, but yep. Apparently we have some history with the Divide. As if the word history hasn't been said many times already in this DLC. Before I do, let me see something. Is it? Yeah, let's lose rockets, right? Red rocket, right? Oh, red glare, what it's called. I'm not sure if I'll see here, but yeah, you guys can look. Is he? I don't remember where. I might have missed it, but if you look carefully at one of the buildings. Shoot. I might be too late on this. I don't know if he's here, but apparently, if you look at one of these buildings, you can find Ulysses standing in the window at one of these room buildings and walk away. So Ulysses thought being a G-Man was cool from the Half-Life series, and he just wanted to mimic that. If you look up a video on the Divide, you'll see it. I'm not sure. I don't even remember where you can find Ulysses. You found the code. I'll take a look at it real quick. Yeah, this is definitely much more complicated than I would have done. So like, if anything, that I get a chance. Holy crap! It's 700. It's definitely more than 710 lines. I have a feeling. I keep forgetting codes can be as long as even 1,000 lines or even longer, like further. I think the longest I saw, not because of 1,000. Oh my god. What? Never mind. Yeah, 1,069. Yeah. Now I'm not so obviously once again I'm not an expert with coding, but I don't know if it's preferable to have a shorter line of code. Oops, pardon me. I'm not sure if it's preferable to not have that much to have a short code length, or make it so that they'll make it as long as 10,000 lines or something like that. I don't know if it's better to simplify as much as you can, and I think it might be preferred. But from the more I understand about coding, it seems like the major wait, I'm gonna take that. The major issue with it is figuring out how to Eddie, unlock that, please. Figuring out how to simplify in the shortest way possible. That make it so that not only that, but also figuring out which semicolon or colon does what. It would take 50 lines in any normal programming language. Ah, so that's what you mean with. Oh, look at that quantum. I'll take that. Oh yeah, Mr. Beast here. Just to call someone called Beast. It's funny how you have school essays where I know these are totally different, but it's just for some reason it's going to think about. You have you have essays. You type whatever school or project you name it, and you have to go for a certain length. But then you want to, but then with codes you gotta simplify it. Can have it longer. Holy hell! That's gonna go over. Someone's shooting at our distance. Try shooting from here. Damn, we got him in the head. Okay, not gonna lie, red glare that has a cool reload range. Big boomer. Ah. Bob, take that. Only works in Windows Terminal because normal CMD can display emojis. Darn. If only there's a way to emulate that. Pardon me. It's like if only there was a way to simulate that without or emulate that without having to rely on Windows Terminal. Is there mines here? There has to be mines, right? I answered my question. I remember there was mines here. It's all good though. Sharing my death claws just going crazy down there for some reason. I feel fine. Yeah, our characters, this is fine. It's pretty much very fitting with this theme. Here it is, another one. I'll play, but if there's a way to interrupt it, I would. Ooh, supplies. Time for more dialogue. How long is this? 1 minute, 30 seconds. I think that's him talking about Big Empty. Just him reflecting about all those places he went to. Other project. Other project works on any machine. It's easy moddable. That's good. Like, I wonder if I don't know if you can do it with Nightbot, but I wonder if you can make a bot and just find it to post it on Discord server so that you can just people can just play a casino game and all it is just emojis on this on a Discord server. Because why not at this point, huh? I see red dots, but I don't know where these guys are at. We'll use that tender. Uh-oh. Even if you do find it, I have to. I mean, you might be able to figure it out, but I'll be like I said, I am someone who's. I'm a caveman when it comes to setting up Discord servers and Discord bots, so I will have no idea. I wouldn't be the best person to work with to figure out if something's broken or not. I'll just probably tell you, maybe, sure. But yeah, even then, I do need to learn to do stuff on my own once I get the chance. Nice. I'll be honest, when I was working, there was something in my eye, but thankfully, I think, yeah, it's just me being really getting to my point. Uh-oh. I think I won't. I might plan to end the stream soon, but before I do, let me take care of some friends first. We got someone's very curious who decided to enter the little home here. Let's see what happens once we exit out of here. What's the worst that can happen? Oh. Well, I guess we got lucky because there was supposed to be a death claw that popped up here, but nothing. Anything here? Oh yeah, I forgot. Speaking of death claws, yeah. So this highway is supposed to have death claws just walking around this area. Did I mean? Yes, I did. I forgot. I feel like I didn't mean microphone for a second there. All right then. The fact that my eyes really want to shut down and giving way, I think this is a good place to end the stream here. I was hoping I'd go for 30 minutes more, but I gotta know my limit, which is okay. But with that, let me save before I forget, because that can happen. Thanks again for everyone that dropped by to check out the stream or VOD. I really appreciate it. As a general rule of thumb, like I was thinking about pushing myself further, but nah, don't do what I do. Say think what I think is okay, and try to push yourself if you're gonna do something streaming or overexert yourself. But oh, you found it? Oh, perfect, Ravik. Okay, if you find a way to get it to working as something like a command you could do in Discord server, feel free to post it there. That's it if you want to, of course, absolutely. But lifehacker.rar. I love it. But anyways, once again, as I said last time since I streamed, the schedule is gonna be I can't control the schedule when I'll be streaming or not. Like maybe Tuesday I could stream at 2. Then Wednesday will be 12, and then even then next week could be absolutely different. So you have to unpack it, run in the bad fight. I'll give you some of the worst randomly generated life hacks. Perfect. That's just what we need. We need it. It's not enough terrible life hacks on YouTube Shorts. We need more of them, right? But anyways, so the most I can do right now. Maybe I can't guarantee the schedule, but what I'd like to do is at least 3 streams a week. And I'll keep playing Slime Rancher. So Slime Rancher is definitely after someday. I mean, definitely after this stream. And then after Slime Rancher is more Ratchet, Cratchit and Spink 3. So we'll work from there. Anyways, I think I would like to just jump off here for now, and yeah. Thanks again for being you, and hopefully, or before, I always want to hammer this down. I gotta remember myself. If you haven't done so already, treat yourself something nice for once, eh? Like do whatever you want. Like what if you got a craving for pizza night? If you got a craving to go to the arcade, if you got a craving to read a book, you got a craving to work on a hobby. You got the chance, you got the time, you got the feeling for it. Go do it. You take that chance. Do something nice for yourself. You really matter in this world. And with that, I will see everyone next time I'll stream. I'll announce it on Twitter and even on this Discord server. But with that, I will see everyone later. You can tell by the voice I'm exhausted, but that's why I'm gonna take a nice nap. Bye!